The first track of the Beach Boys I've heard on this channel is Good Vibrations, and after listening to the track, I felt as if the music was unique and very interesting, but I didn't really like it. It's not really my type of music, but a lot of people got back to me in the comments saying that to understand the genius of the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson, you have to have been around pre-Beach Boys. Apparently music sounded a lot different, and Brian Wilson's influence to music in that era was huge. Artists like Paul McCartney and the Beatles were certainly influenced by the sounds and harmonies that the Beach Boys brought to the table, and that I totally respect, and it's why I'm still checking out their music. Hopefully this song will intrigue me much more, so let's check it out. Okay, here we go. This is the Beach Boys, I Get Around. If you do end up enjoying the video, hit me with a like, maybe share it with a friend, or if you haven't already, join our awesome community by subscribing. Let's go.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around,
Lead vocals, higher register
driving
part.
up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip.
Musical switch up, and again.
You're getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. I get around.
Okay, so one thing that's very clear about their music is that it's I mean, the term is like prog rock. I mean, this isn't exactly rock music, right? It's like pop music, but it's like prog pop, right? They do a lot of musical switch ups, which I think is awesome. The fact that they can blend almost two different sounding songs together so well is always cool. I mean, they had a bunch of it in the last track that I heard, Good Vibrations, and I think the waves of influence of that is huge, because especially right now in pop music and in the most influential and listened to music in the world right now, which is hip-hop music, there's a ton of switch-ups just like this. I mean, you even have the big hit by Travis Scott and Drake recently, Sicko Mode. It has a giant, there's 3 switch-ups I think in it, so super influential stuff, but it's always like very abrupt, almost like super harsh, jarring almost. But let's keep this going. I'm gonna back it up a good 20 seconds so we can catch those transitions again.
I'm getting bugged driving up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip.
Switch up.
My buddies and me, you're
Switch
getting
up.
real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. I get around, round, 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 I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. I get around. Get around, round, round.
Okay, so another huge point that people were telling me about was the harmonies. It's like the favorite part of a lot of people. A lot of surfers were getting back to me. That was really cool. Surfers from all over America were saying how like this music like touched a chord with them. It like tapped into this a lifestyle that wasn't really being like spoken for at the time, you know, a part of youth culture. That was really cool to hear about. So I can totally see that their music seems to be kind of based around being young, kind of driving around town. I like this line that he says here, I'm making real good bread. I like the fact that even in the 60s in pop music, people were like bragging about how they're the man. It's like a very common thing in hip hop. But yeah, the harmonies are certainly probably the strongest part of their music, especially the way that they do it, where they layer it and then they have one other person who's like the lead vocal of the harmony, and he does something usually in the higher register and off to the side, and he'll like do something really interesting. I like when they do that. I'm gonna back it up again 20 seconds because I feel like something crazy happens every like 15 seconds, so we're gonna miss a lot. Let's take it back a good while. Here we go again.
We always take my car 'cause it's never been beat, and we've never missed yet with the girls we meet.
It switches so quickly.
None of the guys go steady, 'cause it wouldn't be right to leave your best girl home on a Saturday night. I get around, round, 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 I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. I get around. Round, round, get around. I get around. Yeah, get around, round, round, I get around. 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 Get around, round, round, I get around.
Okay, I have a couple things to say. Not every style of music is for everyone, and amongst the things I've heard on this channel, some things are like obviously genius to me. When I listen to Lennon, it's obvious. His genius, as soon as I heard it on A Day in the Life of, that story of that guy who was stuck by those traffic lights, it was crazy. I loved it. Led Zeppelin, you know, Jimmy Page's guitar playing skills is just very obvious to me. David Gilmour, same thing. This isn't as obvious, and again, I think it's because I'm removed from the situation. I didn't know music beforehand. It just doesn't strike a chord with me. I like music with drums, bass, and attitude. That's generally what combines for music that I love. Not always, but most of the time. And it doesn't really have those things. But I will say it's interesting music. It's very interesting, especially the harmonies and what they're doing with the sounds. Now, I think one of the things I want to say about this as well is that thing about attitude. This is like really nice music, you know, nice. It's not like a big middle finger the way like the Rolling Stones are. When you listen to Gimme Shelter or a slew of other songs I've heard from them, you know, when I listen to Whole Lotta Love, it's just crazy lust, sex. It's mental. I love it. But this isn't quite like that. But it's its own experience, you know. I think musically it's super interesting, especially the way that they do the switch ups, man. It's so unique, the way that they blend the different songs together. It's like almost two different tracks that they blend together. Like these bits, this verse part of it is so different from the chorus. But all in all, look, it's interesting. I can keep checking out the music if you guys want to keep hearing it on the channel. Maybe I could check out one of their albums, because I think Pet Sounds is supposed to be this hugely influential track. It went on to influence Sgt. Pepper's, I think, and Paul McCartney, which is super cool. I think I had one more thing I wanted to say. Can't quite remember now. I mean, what is the song about? The song is about like being young, driving around, right? Get around, round, round. It's like just a pop song with great sounds to it. I think that's maybe another aspect of it that maybe doesn't speak to me as much, because Bob Dylan isn't as like strong vocally, right? He's certainly not as strong as these guys. These guys are doing these fantastic harmonies, but his writing is profound. His writing is fantastic. He has bars, and I think that's why his music speaks to me as well. There's the lyrical aspect of it. This doesn't have it as much. But listen, I love hearing from you guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this song? Let me know. Teach me about this song and this culture, because I certainly have a lot to learn. Other than that, I'll give this song a thumbs up. It's an interesting listen.